astrologer Wonder Girl, and I am here to give you your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, December 5th through Sunday, December 11th. Now, on last week's episode, we talked about major new beginnings happening in your life on a new journey that's based on a more real foundation of who you are and what you want than ever before. And as you're launching forth on this journey, you have to figure out what it is that really makes you happy, who you want with you on your journey, and who you don't want with you. This week is going to be a continuation of the same theme of figuring out the kinds of people that you want on your journey with you and moving forward. And this is going to be a major theme in your life for the next year. We've got Jupiter in Libra, that's all about relationships and all about the people that you have beside you, being fair to those people and what they deserve, being fair to you and what you deserve. So that's going to be a major theme. And especially throughout the rest of this month, we have a lot of relationship aspects indicating opportunities to expand your life, to move forward, to have things that'll come to you that can really help you. But in the meantime, before those opportunities come to us, there's a lot of work that needs to be done to get them in place and to really move forward. And there's a lot going on this week and in the upcoming weeks that does indicate some patience is going to be necessary in our relationships, where everything is not going to fit together perfectly right away. And this could be because some of the things that came out last week and are going to continue to come out about our relationships, about what we really want, may have been a little unexpected to some people or a little out of the ordinary and may have caught some people off guard. And now they need to rearrange their life to figure out how they're going to move forward with you and what they're going to do and how it's going to work. It could also be that these people that you want in your life are having problems moving into your life because they have a lot of other things that are going on. You know, it's like someone, it's like you get a great opportunity to go work for this amazing company in France, but you just got in a new relationship with someone and you're kind of like, well, I really want to work for this new company in France, but now I have to figure out what's going on in my relationship. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff going on where you have to bring your relationships on for the journey or maybe end them so that you can move forward in the way that you want. It could also be that you're ending some of these relationships and people are upset. They still want to hang on. They still think that you're still necessary in their life. And so there's a lot happening there. As to what part of your life is being affected by relationships does depend on your personal chart and where Libra is there and Venus. So this could be family relationships, you getting rid of some family relationships that aren't too happy about, or some new things happening there. It could be business relationships and trying to build new partnerships in your business. Could be your spouse, could be people that you're dating. And so this is a lot about trying to work things out with them to really move forward in the direction that you want. But just know that because of maybe the unexpected nature of all this news and all of this stuff and all the decisions that you're making, it may take people a little while to catch up, to get on board, to understand what's happening and to move forward. And especially we've got a semi-square over here happening from the sun in Sagittarius to Venus in Capricorn. It's going to be really difficult to build those foundations and to feel super safe and secure in your relationships. That's going to be hard. And right when you think you've almost got that mastered, your relationships are going to change and are going to do something different as Venus begins to move into Aquarius. So there's a lot happening there with relationships that aren't going to make you feel super comfortable. So you're going to have to be patient and to understand that maybe a lot of this news is shocking to a lot of people and you need to give them time to catch up. The main thing here is to just plant the seeds of what needs to happen or where you need to go. And then as the rest of the year plays out, to then work on getting more of the details in order moving forward to help with that. There are a lot of opportunities and things happening. If you don't feel like there's opportunities now in relationships, there will be some as the month moves on and into January. The problem with these opportunities is that you then may have a little bit of a crisis as you create the room to sustain them if it's something in the direction that you really want to go into. Another thing that's happening is that you really want to be yourself wholeheartedly and move forward. We've got Mars in Aquarius sextiling Uranus in Aries. That's about you being yourself and wanting to move forward and act in new ways that are really authentic and true to you, and do that. It may be a little hard though, because you're not used to acting in these new ways. They're totally new to you. They're especially new to other people. And so it may be a little uncomfortable, a little scary for you. Other people may not quite get it. And with Mercury and Capricorn making a semi-square to Mars and Aquarius, you may have a problem thinking about these things that you want to do and the way that you want to act in the right way. There could be maybe some confusion about what's happening, especially with Mercury starting to station, what you're trying to do, and maybe you're trying to go back from the past and think about things in old ways, when really you need to move forward and to move into this new part of your life and let yourself do things differently with what's happening there. We've also got the Sun conjunct Saturn in Sagittarius. So that is you being really serious about your relationships, about your journey, about where you're headed, and about what's going on there, and really wanting to commit, but maybe feeling a little uneasy in the process because a lot is changing underneath your feet with your relationships, and because you don't know how people are going to respond and act, and because you're not feeling like the foundations are really there. And on top of that, you want to bulldoze forward and be more yourself and make a lot of things happen and experience life and who you are. So that could be difficult to do this week. But the message is to be patient, to try to get a lot of things in order without really pushing them, and get acquainted to your new journey and let go of some of the old ways of the past and change the way that you do things to act in different ways. Now, the tarot card that I did pull for this week is the Tower reversed. If you can see it right here. The Tower, when it's upright, usually indicates major changes in the very foundations of our life, where we have worked so long to build up something in our life that we thought was right and was true for us. And now it all comes crumbling down when we realize that maybe that wasn't the best for us. Maybe there was something else there that was more important. And to break away from some of the pretense and the things that we thought we wanted, and to live a more authentic and true life to who we are. And so that's kind of the major themes, is really learning to let go of some old foundations and build some new ones. But when the card is reversed, it does indicate that either you are really reluctant to make these changes, that you don't want to make them, or that you see that they need to be made and you're maybe trying to go about them very slowly and not as forceful as maybe you need to be going about them. You're just kind of skirting around the issue instead of going straight forward with it. So that can be a major theme this week, where you need to face things head on. It can also indicate that you're just totally blind to these foundations and these changes that are going on underneath you. Maybe you don't want to see them, of what's going on. Maybe you don't want to talk about these changes that are really happening, and want to pretend that they're not there. And that you can do that. There's a lot of patience aspects at this time, saying you need to be patient with your relationships, with the journey that you're going on. So that's the good news, is that you don't have to act on these foundations right now. The bad news is that you will have to have the conversation, change some of the foundations of your life eventually. Definitely before Jupiter leaves Libra at the end of this year, and probably sometime beforehand. And so the question then becomes, how long can you go on ignoring the fact that something needs to change, or that there's a commitment to do or to not do something that needs to be made? And does waiting provide any benefit for you? Or is now the time that you need to say something? And so I think that's the real question that is going to come up in your lives, is which way to move forward, and to understand that things are shifting beneath you and that they don't have to be all bad. And that maybe once you do get through the bad part, it'll lead you to an even better and more authentic life.